Good afternoon. Welcome back to the homestead today. Today I'm taking the chicken that we processed yesterday. Half of it, well not half, about I think it's actually not even 16. It's like 13 birds. I parted out the chicken breast and the tenders, and then we took the carcasses along with the legs and the thighs and the wings, put them in stock pots, made bone broth, which has the onion from the garden, ginger, obviously not from the garden because I haven't started growing ginger. I don't even know if I can grow ginger in this climate, but ginger root, and then garlic, and then just water, and of course the gray Celtic salt. I've cooked that yesterday after butchering. Now it's ready to strain out. I've pulled the bones as best I could out of this batch, and then I'm going to use the bone broth to can chicken. So this is my first time canning chicken, so I'm hoping that it works out really well. The bone broth is delicious and packed with nutrients. So I wanted an easy go-to option for making healthy meals on quick and easy for our family. Just with how busy we are, it's really hard to eat healthy and have quick food, right? And I don't always have the time. So this is going to be a lifesaver for us to prevent us from eating junk food and going to the stores often. So I'm trying to make some quick, easy options for our family. So I'm going to can chicken and use the bone broth in the chicken. And then I'm gonna take the leftover bones and the meat on the bones and pull that off. And some of it we're gonna use tonight in our dinner. And then the other we're going to put in Ziploc bags with some taco seasoning on it, and we're gonna have taco meat ready to go, and I'll part it out for servings, I guess, that I need for meals. Anyway, I thought you would like to come along with me. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's one pot. Now, this bone broth hasn't been filtered yet. It was packed all the way. It was packed all the way to the top with bones. After I take the bones out, there's about half of this is actual bone broth. So I'm going to take it, and I've scooped a lot of the stuff out, and I'm going to pour it over this fine mesh to catch any more bits and try not make a big mess. Okay. So if you can see inside the filter, you see a little bit of bits in there. That's what I don't want in my jars, right? So sometimes there'll be little bits of skin or fat or bones. I just want to catch all that so we have as clear broth as possible. But right now I got to get the jars here ready, and then I got to start cutting up chicken. Hi, so I'm gonna start cutting up the chicken. So we have this big container of chicken breasts and tenders. There's a little bit of dark meat. I was going to put all the dark meat in here, but tell you the truth, it's so time consuming deboning chicken that this was just the better option. Some of this chicken was exposed to a little bit of air in the refrigerator, so you'll see a slight discoloration on those. It's just fine. It's not that big of a deal. And then, and of course, these have been sitting in ice water inside of the refrigerator. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cubing these up to go in the jars. So this is my first time canning chicken. I hope that I do it right. I'm just doing the breasts and the tenders. There could be some dark meat, but it's very little. This is about the size that I'm doing them in. I think that's a good size. I hope it's a good size. because that's the size I'm doing. So anyway, I will go ahead and start doing this. And then once we have enough chopped up for some jars, I'll go ahead and put them in jars, jar them up, and get them ready for the canner. Now I know that raw meat you have to can, well, for my area, 10 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes. And I'm going to stick to that. If you were doing that in water, I'm going to do the same, and using the bone broth in the place of water. I just think that it would be really tasty. So that's what I'm going to do with that. So leave a comment if you've ever canned chicken before and what you did. And if you have any suggestions for me and what I'm doing here, just let me know. All right, I'm gonna push the meat to the side. I have a bowl of chicken here. See that? A big bowl of chicken. I'm gonna move this all to the side. I'm gonna move my broth over here. And then I'm gonna go wash some jars and get them ready to start packing. And then I've got to get the canner on the stove with a little bit of water in it so that we can jar everything up. But first, I gotta wash those jars and lids and rings and get them ready for packing. All right, so I have my chicken, I have some clean jars. I have this filter. I know it's plastic, I don't like plastic, but it has a big opening, which is gonna be nice for protecting the tops of this. I'll still end up cleaning it with vinegar, but it just keeps more of the debris off of there. And it makes me feel more confident for a seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put chicken in to there, like so. And I wanna leave a good amount of headspace in there, not too much, just enough to allow for a good seal. So that's a pretty good amount right here. See that? I think that's a good amount of headspace. And then we'll just keep going on. I'm curious to how much this will actually can up. So when doing this, because I'm adding liquid, I want to make sure all the air bubbles are out to the best that I can. All right, so I cut up the rest of the chicken because, well, I think I'm gonna have to do it like this. So here's the rest of the chicken. I'm gonna go ahead and finish filling up these jars. That's good. See how many jars I can get. I should have enough broth to do all this. If I have extra broth, I'll just can some broth. Well, here we go. It doesn't take much broth to fill these up. These are pretty full. They definitely will need to get the air bubbles out. I'll do that. I will be canning broth because this is not going to take much. Headspace. Ladle is the better way to go in this case this time. So I'll push all those up there. Bring all the ones that I need to add broth to still. And then up front, fill up these really quick. All right, I've got a vinegar on my paper towel. I'm gonna go, well, actually, before I do that, I wanna get the salt. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of salt in each one. Not much. A little dab will do ya. Now I'm going to take the vinegar and wipe off the tops, the lids, from any residue, fat, or potential dribbles. Trusty little thing here. These are all nice and hot and washed. I'm just gonna try not to touch them. I can't guarantee anything, but try not to. They're not tight enough by any means, but I'm just trying to get some stuff out of the way. So, I've learned that a few things. One, always pre-wash. Even if you wash everything and put it away when you first get it, where your canning stuff goes, always pre-wash your lids, everything, because even if you think it's clean and it seems clean, you could have something that you can't see on it. and then you will spoil the whole batch. And it's just sad with how much work goes into preserving your food to not take that extra step of care. So always, always, always. That's good amount of meat right there. How fantastic. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get my canner on the burner and add some water to it and some vinegar, of course, to keep from discoloration happening on my pans. And then I'm gonna set the jars in there and get the canning process started and turn up the heat. Then while that's heating up, because it's got to vent for 10 minutes at a full stream of steam. So while that's doing that, I'm going to go out, check on the whole birds that I've got to vacuum seal through the boiling water process, which just works so much. I got to do a little bit of, make sure that everything is, doing really good. Quality control, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then once I got that done, I'll come up in here, wash more jars and lids, and jar up the bone broth that we also have to can. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll pick you up again during that process in somewhere. All right. Hi, I'm back again. So I've got the canner on the stove, and I've put vinegar in it. I've added the water. I'm just gonna carry these over and stick them inside, and then I've gotta go head out and check the other pot. Aren't these beautiful? I think so. Hi, so a lot has happened. The second battery died and stuff, and I just needed to get stuff done and processed, and the kitchen picked up because I have to do dinner. We ended up with 3 gallon Ziploc, but 3 gallons of meat that's cooked off the bone from picking the bones out of the bone broth. Those are in the freezer now. My first round of canned meat is now naturally decompressing on its own, and this, I wanted to show you what I still have left to can tonight, but I did have to pick up my kitchen and do some cleaning because I disinfect everything. I was handling meat. I just want to make sure that everything is super clean. So let me show you what I've been doing. Good morning. So last night I had some sort of issue with my camera, and it said that I was going to lose all the data that I had recorded, so I had to stop recording. download the images and ensure that they were, or the video content, and ensure that it was still there. It was, I lost a small snippet that I was talking to you about, but small in comparison. So it was up till a little after 3 a.m. finishing up the canning project that I started yesterday, and I wanted to show you the finished product. So we have just shy of 3 cases of jars, and I think I have like 11 or 12 chicken, and then the rest is bone broth. So I do this week have to can beets because I've harvested the last of my beets. Even though I planted more, I just planted it. It's kind of a test to see if I can get another beet harvest in fall. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you because it cut off in the middle of me talking to you about what I was going to show you. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and subscribing and sharing our videos. It really does us a huge blessing, and it's overwhelming to know that so many people would be interested in watching what we're doing and being part of our journey. So thank you again, and God bless.